And you know, you had the passwords and stuff like this. Before it was Rachel is cool. So I just changed it, and then why you want to do that is because you want to be able to have the admin route hidden for somebody that isn't me, right? And so if I go to posts here, I can see the admin route. If I create it incognito, it's going to redirect you to this page, right? So let's say go here. You know, you can look at the blog post, but the difference is that you're not going to see that admin that you see over here, right? So that was one part of what I did today, and so that was me. I haven't spent a lot of time working with databases, but it wasn't working, and ultimately what I needed to do was run reseed this. Look at all this nonsense. This thing's always firing, huh? Damn. To fall in love, to fall in love. Okay. So easy to fall in love, make me cry. Right, so here npm run dev. So yeah, the admin email and the env email were different because I didn't reseed the database. I I don't know where it is. npm run dev, and it's updated here, so it must be up here somewhere. Basically, I ended up, seeding the database. I looked at sort of some of the Prisma documentation and whatnot. So I reseeded the database. So now the admin page is hidden. If the env doesn't match the seed, and then we just implemented this await require admin user. So I'll quickly show you that. But that's what we did here. Let's go back here. Like I said, hide the button. Remix tutorial. And we go into the app. And we're in routes. Where else do we do? So session. Okay, so we're processing the session secret, session storage. We added, I think it was line 67 or something like that. Yeah. So before we required a user, now we are requiring the admin user. And so this is just an async function that, it says, okay, the user is equal to the require user request, which I think is down here. Or is it up there? Logout, no. Require user, yeah. So, oh, it's right here. So this calls that function, stores a variable in user, and then we say, hey, if the user.email is not equal to the env admin email, throw this error, or throw this logout function that we defined down here, which basically says, okay, redirect them to the home, and then, yeah, destroy the session. That was already defined for us, so all I had to do was just implement that. And if it does match it, then cool, return the user. So that's what we did in the session.server ts file. 2 hours ago, we created a function for the add optional user right here. So create a function, and basically, wait, is this the right one? Oh, this is the right one, sorry. Add the optional admin user, which basically says like, hey, okay, so call the optional user function. If user is false, you return null. If the user.email is this, return null. If it's not equal to the admin, then return null, and then return user if it's cool. if there is one and it does not match the admin. So that's cool. Let's go on here, and we're gonna go into posts, and in the admin.tsx, what did we add here? Let me just take a look. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, so we called that admin function that we defined in utils. Right, in the session.server TS file. And yeah, that's basically what we did here. Just added that. You need to the key thing is that if you're going to require this admin user, you need to actually put it into all of your loaders and your actions. Again, loader is a get request, action is kind of everything else. So yeah, we pass this with the request. See if they're the admin, and then within the admin, for the index, again, we have to require the admin to make a new post. So we do the same thing here, pass it into the loader. And then on here, we pass it into the action and the loader. So we have to define a new loader, and in it we have to do this. I didn't do this at first, but if you define a loader, you have to actually make sure that you return something. So you have to return a JSON, and we don't have anything to return, so just an empty JSON, fine. And then you have your action, where you also want to require the admin user. And then I think we went over this yesterday, but where is it? Alright, I'm gonna have to close this door, you motherfucking dog. Alright. To fall in love, to fall in love. Which sheet are we in right now? This is new. So what did we add here? Is it simply this one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically for the action and the loader, we just said, hey, like, run this function from this session server. Let's actually go back to that, because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what does this function actually do? What does this request mean? Like, I know that this is a request being passed here, but like, let's actually console log the request here. This is on index, so let's see. We're already in here. Sorry, why did I do that? Let's go here. This is the admin index, so we are here, I believe, right? So we're console logging the request. So await require admin user. Blog post admin. It's not console logging the request. Okay. Or does it do it in here? Does it do it in our terminal? Okay, there we go. So yeah, because this is on the server, it's not going to come up in our client. So let's see what our request body has in it for us to look at. Node request, that's a big request. Okay, so counter, high watermark. Okay, so it's a get request, redirect, so cool, host, pragma, refer. Yeah, see, this is where my like fundamental understanding of computer science just really, I think, leaves something to be desired. And it's kind of tough, honestly. I don't even know where to start looking for this. I mean, I guess you could just put it into GPT, but like this sort of like understanding around it. Particularly because I'm like, well, how do you know when to apply something? Like, I know that this is saying, hey, you should pass this request in here because that's what was shown to me, but I'm like, how do I break this? I mean, I guess you just break it and figure it out from there, but like, what is the sort of indicator function, so to speak, that says, hey, you should pass the request into here? So require admin user, let's go look at that. Where did we say that was? That was in session server. Okay, so const user equals await require user with the request in it. And so it just checks the request to see the email that it's coming from. Require user, puts the user ID, require user. So if there is no user ID, const search params equals new URL search params redirect to search params. Export async function require user request user. Okay, so it's basically just going into the request that's being made and saying, hey, what's the email on the request? Or what's the email associated with the request? Where is the username is what? Okay, where's the user? How is this actually checking this? Where, I guess it's in the cookie, perhaps? Oh, I am getting hungry, I can tell you that. So, the headers on this, got the refers, the request headers, response headers, and the general, in the payload. Okay, so in the preview, the env with the, you have that, you have the email, you have the ID, updated ads, okay. Response that's being sent back is that exact thing, and it should see the cookies. Cookies, can you look into this thing? No, you can't. Okay. So I see the request there. It's in the preview. So as the ID, it has the updated credentials, same origin, parse href, coming from there. Same origin, Chromium, localhost post admin, Pragma, I got this. So, yeah, I don't see, console log request. Require admin, which again, we're saying, the user, so get user ID, const user ID equals await get user ID with the request. Get user ID, so request is type request, promise user ID or undefined const session is equal to get session, const user ID is equal to session dot get user session key, return the user ID. So the session key is doesn't have the username or the password here. Okay, so I think it must be coming from the cookie. Const user session key is equal to the user ID. Export function get session, so const cookie is equals request dot headers dot get the cookie, return session storage dot get session with the cookie passed to it. So it goes into the header, looks for the cookie, returns the session storage dot get. So session storage is create a cookie session storage cookie name session. Okay. All right. I think that makes sense to me. It's in the session cookie. So